Hello and welcome to another episode of Sports Playback, the show that brings you the best highlights, scores, and matchups from Leuzinger, Lawndale, and Hawthorne. I'm your host, Egidio Deliu, and we have an action-packed show today. We are only 1 week away from league play, and teams are making their final push heading into the hardest part of the season. And of course, everyone is excited about tonight's featured game, the annual Mayor's Cup rivalry game. But before we jump ahead, let's take a look at what our schools did last week as all three of our teams played the host role. First up, the Lawndale Cardinals welcomed the visiting Palos Verdes Peninsula Panthers in what is always a good matchup. After losing to the Cardinals 32-24 last year, the Panthers were looking to return the favor. But this year turned out to be a little bit of a one-sided affair in favor of Lawndale. After a tied first quarter, the Cardinals didn't let go after they took the lead and won this one big, 42-21, sealing their second victory of the year. Next up, the Hawthorne Cougars didn't fare so well as they had an unruly guest come visiting their home field. The Golden Valley Grizzlies of Santa Clarita beat up on the Cougars 28-0. Running back Shane Tamura ran for 174 yards and a touchdown to end Hawthorne's two-game winning streak. Finally, last Friday night's game of the week took us to Olympian Field, where the Leuzinger Olympians hosted the visiting Rancho Dominguez Lobos. It was pouring during this game, and no, I don't mean literally. It was raining flags all night long, as penalties were the big story. Let's jump in and take a look at some of the highlights. The crowd was hot on this night, but the Olympians were on fire. Right off the bat on the kickoff, Nathaniel Vaughn is back to receive, and this play is a highlight for a reason. Vaughn with a huge hole, and he is going, gone! 95 yards to the house for a first touchdown of the game. Leuzinger's up 7-0 just like that. Following a penalty, Leuzinger in an I formation, Edson Santos hands off to Adrian Galero, and he bulldozes through the middle, right into the end zone. Touchdown Olympians, 14-0 in the first quarter. A huge catch by Vaughn sets up another goal line situation. Galero up the middle again for a 2-yard touchdown run. His second score of the night. Lou House leads 21-0 at the half. The Lobos with a nice drive to start the second half. Mustafa Muhammad fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and goes left. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Muhammad stings the Olympians' defense for the first Lobos touchdown. Leuzinger leads 21-7. But this was Leuzinger's night as Santos out of the shotgun rolls right and hits Vaughn in the flat. Vaughn shakes off two defenders, gets a block by Lionel Smith, and Leuzinger strikes through the air for yet another score, 28-7 Olympians. The Lobos weren't done just yet. Muhammad takes the snap and looks left, lobs it over the defender for the second Lobos touchdown. Unfortunately, a little bit too late as time ran out. Leuzinger wins this one, 28-13. A bounce-back win for the Olympians gave them their second win of the year, and Coach Porter was proud of how his guys played coming off a loss. Tamara Lada caught up with Coach.
How pleased are you with your team's effort tonight?
Very pleased with the effort. I still think we can do the little things a little bit better. Played a tough team tonight, and I was proud of the way that we bounced back from last week's victory. We still got a ways to go with the little things, though.
A defiant Leuzinger came to play last Friday night, and one of those guys that showed up in a big way was senior quarterback Edson Santos. McCall Hall talked to him after the game.
What was the difference?
Well, it was a team effort. You know, after the Lawndale game, we all decided on each other, like to look in the mirror and to pretty much evaluate each other, like ourselves, I mean. And we all did that. We all came out, and the line blocked better, way better than before, and it was a team effort.
Edson Santos very humble and rightly crediting his offensive line, a quarterback's best friend. Smart kid. Well, let's turn the chapter to Week 5 action as we have another exciting week of high school football. The 2-2 Lawndale Cardinals will travel to a hostile environment as they take on the equally 2-2 Torrance Tartars. Torrance is coming off of an embarrassing loss to El Segundo and will look to defend their home turf, but the Cardinals will put up a fight as they look to continue their winning ways. look for Chris Murray to step up in search of win number 3. All right, now to the main event. It's time for the game of the week. Tonight, we feature the 2-2 Leuzinger Olympians as they visit the 2-2 Hawthorne Cougars in a battle for the prestigious Mayor's Cup trophy. This tradition started 18 years ago and continues to be a highly anticipated game on the schedule each year. This is a rivalry that is more than just about football. Pride is on the line. This week, we caught up with both coaches and both mayors, Lawndale Mayor Robert Pullen-Miles and Hawthorne Mayor Chris Brown, as they got ready for their first Mayor's Cup game.
Sports help to bring the community together. I mean, not only does it give you fitness and wellness to speak to those issues, but it just brings all the families together.
It helps you stay in shape. It helps you with everything. You're, thinking wisely on the field kind of helps you move forward in life. There's a lot of obstacles that goes on the football field, just like life.
It's all about school spirit and having that confidence in yourself as an individual and your confidence as a collective body.
It brings camaraderie between both cities, actually, between Leuzinger and also Hawthorne High School. I think that's a great thing we should do, and I applaud the former mayors for doing this. But this is exactly what our city needs to do.
This is just one of the tools that we can use to bring the two cities together, so we can be cooperative with each other when there's different events or what have you going on in our prospective cities, different projects, different developments or what have you, because we realize as a collective, as this region, when the regions prosper, we prosper individually as well.
And I think this is going to bring the South Bay together. I think other cities should kind of follow our model, but Robert Pullen-Miles is a great guy, and I'm looking forward to going heads up with him.
And that's what this Mayor Cup does for our students, for our athletes, for our families who are there to cheer on our team, cheer on the home team of Leuzinger.
Cougars, there's no doubt in my mind.
And we're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen Friday. It's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, sure. I guarantee that we'll win.
Really? Olympians can beat a Cougar any day of the week.
Well, I'm rooting for the Cougars, obviously.
Get them pumped up. Let them know we're standing behind them. We're ready to see a good game. And at the end of the day, we know that they're going to be victorious.
And we will. We'll definitely go out and beat Leuzinger this weekend.
I'll take that challenge from Mayor Chris Brown. It's all in the spirit of fun and and brotherly love.
He's coming to wear a Cougar jersey every day next week.
But at the end of the day, I'm going to be wearing a Leuzinger shirt. Win, lose, or draw, and so will Mr. Chris Brown.
And I think it's excellent that we're going to do this for our two cities.
After last year, realizing what it was all about, it's pretty fun to be involved in this. The rivalry, the Mayor's Cup, the whole, the two-town tradition, it's a good thing.
He's new to the rivalry, and so am I, and so I'm sure he's going to have his kids fired up and ready to play. It's my job to get our kids fired up and ready to play. I expect a well-coached, hard-fought football game.
It's another game for us. It's another game on our schedule. Even though with the tradition and the two schools, the rivals and all that stuff, to us, it's another game for us to focus on ourselves and get better each week.
We'll have a chance to reflect and look back on the rivalry aspect of it when the time is appropriate. I think right now for us, it's important that we focus on getting the same effort no matter who the competition is.
They wish today was Friday. They're hoping Tuesday was Friday at 7 o'clock so we can get it going. It's just the whole, we have to wait another 2 or 3 days and they have to sit around all day on Friday. It's just their anxieties is killing them. They want to get it going. And that's what you want in the team. You want the team ready to go.
The kids are excited. The campus is excited. The administration is excited, no doubt about that. What I would like our guys to do is to try to remain focused on the task at hand, and that's getting better at the things that are going to help us win the football game. And when the game comes around on Friday at 7 o'clock, I'm confident we'll be ready.
We're not going to give it up until I leave the school, so there's really nothing I can tell him.
The mayors are pumped and the coaches are just trying to channel the energy until kickoff. Last year, Hawthorne won the trophy and brought it back home with them in Coach Pacinger's first try. Can Coach Porter do the same thing in his first attempt at the Mayor's Cup trophy? We'll find out soon enough. Also, both teams are looking for that very important third win of the year before heading into league play next week. So much drama and so many storylines, you never know who will take the cup home. But one thing I can tell you, it should be a great game. I'm going to head down to the broadcast booth. So for the Sports Playback crew, I'm Egidio. I'll see you in just a few minutes.